Hey shopkeepers, my plan was to record a quick episode to share about our retail email bootcamp next week. It's a workshop to help store owners maximize their email marketing. And I was also going to share that the calendars and the Savvy Shopkeeper planners start now. And I guess I'm still going to share about these. However, I first want to acknowledge the devastation from Hurricane Helene, particularly the impact on states like North Carolina, Florida, and Georgia, and I'm sure some other states too. The videos I'm seeing and the articles I'm reading are heartbreaking. Now, luckily, no one in Master Shopkeepers that I know of, and I've been checking in every day, has been affected. I mean, they were affected, but nothing that was devastating. And one of the values of Savvy Shopkeeper as a brand and business is to support the small business community, particularly retailers. So when I received an email from Heart on Main Street, I knew this was a nonprofit I could trust, an organization that specializes in providing assistance to retailers in devastated communities, like after things like this, after hurricanes, after tornadoes. In fact, I interviewed the founder, Patrick, last year, and you can listen to that on episode 210. 2 days ago, I received this email from Heart on Main Street regarding a donation drive. And I decided that I was going to donate 50% of all revenue, not 50% of my profit, 50% of all revenue on bootcamp ticket sales. That's the email bootcamp that's coming up. And any Savvy Shopkeeper planner, whether it's the digital planner or the paper planner that I sell this week through Sunday. And I guess that's Sunday. Oh goodness, let me look at the date. Sunday, October 6th. Now, I won't go into too many details about the email bootcamp on this episode, but if you're looking to up your game and improve your mindset around email marketing, especially before the holiday season, this is a 3-evening workshop you won't want to miss. It will include replays for 60 days too. So if you can't attend, because this is a workshop that I will offer Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night next week. Yes, it's right around the corner. You will get replays for 60 days. And I hosted something similar to this in Master Shopkeepers in 2022. I host multiple challenges and events like this in the group, but this challenge has always been a group favorite. Many group members found themselves to be more consistent after this challenge, and they got results from the challenge. So I decided to offer it again this year in a more condensed format. Instead of 5 lessons, it's going to be 3 lessons because you don't have time for 5 lessons with me. And although I wish I could do this just in one big workshop, I really had to spread it out over 3 evenings. Instead of a challenge, it's a boot camp because I know many of you actually want a kick in the pants to get going with email marketing. On average, email marketing can provide a $42 return on investment. So for every dollar you spend on email marketing, you can make $40 or so, I should say. I'm proof of this because back in 2021, I hosted another challenge in Master Shopkeepers, and I challenged members to analyze any bit of data that they had access to so they could make data-driven decisions to move the needle forward in their business. Well, at the time, I still had my store, and long story short, after looking at my own data, and it was funny because I literally just took pen to paper, I learned that sales went up 41%. 41% on weeks that I was sending an email. And at the time, I wasn't consistent with email marketing. And yes, I want to say this again. It was a 41% increase on the weeks that I sent an email. And that definitely changed my own strategy after that day and after that aha moment. And that's when I came up with the lesson plan on email marketing for store owners. The cart for buying the retail email bootcamp tickets, it's open right now, but also the calendars in the Savvy Shopkeeper planning tools, the digital planner and the printed workbook, they both started yesterday. October 1st was the first calendar day in those planning tools. So what does this mean in terms of our donation potential? We as a community could potentially donate $300, I would say anywhere between like $300 and $400 per 10 orders to Hurricane Helene efforts for other store owners. You can learn something by grabbing a seat at the email boot camp, or you can get a helpful tool for your business by purchasing one of the planners for store owners, while at the same time donate to these other small business owners that could really use our help and support in the coming months. We can help them recover. We can help them get back on their feet. We can provide them with the ability to restock their stores. That's what Hard on Main Street does. We all know that insurance doesn't really compensate us for everything that we lose during devastation like this. If you bought a ticket to the Retail Email Boot Camp, because I announced it in my own email newsletter, if you bought a ticket before this, please know that I will also donate 50% of that ticket to this donation drive. We sometimes think that we can't possibly do enough, or we can't help enough, or, even a small donation isn't going to be enough. But imagine what we can do as a community. We also sometimes think, well, I don't know if I click on that link, is the money really going to get into the store owner's hands when it comes to donating? But I am confident and truly trust that the Hard on Main Street organization will use the donations to help as many store owners as possible. And that's what I want to do. So I just want to quickly end this episode by sharing the links to everything that I mentioned. So for the Retail Email Boot Camp, that will happen on October 7th, 8th, and 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, you'll have access to replays for 60 days. So even if you can't attend all 3 of those evenings or any of those evenings, you will still get the replays. And I have a couple of really good bonuses that I'm sharing. So to buy a ticket to the Retail Email Bootcamp, you'll go to savvyshopkeeper.com/email bootcamp, all one word. savvyshopkeeper.com/email bootcamp. If you'd like to buy a planner, if you've been thinking, oh, I was really tempted to buy a planner and I didn't, please know that the calendars are just starting. You might have missed a day because where are we now? October 2nd. They started yesterday. But now would be a great time because half of that revenue is going to go to the donation drive. So you'll go to savvyshopkeeper.com/planner. If you want to listen to my episode with Patrick Kaiser, he's the founder of Hard on Main Street, you'll go to savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 210. That's savvyshopkeeper.com/episode 210. And if you prefer to donate directly to Hard on Main Street's donation drive, I get it. That's fine too. I don't care. I just want to be able to support these small business owners. You'll go to givebutter.com/hurricane-Helene-relief. I know that one's a little bit long, so I'll say it one more time. I also want you to know that these will all be linked in the podcast description. That's givebutter.com/hurricane-relief, hurricane-Helene-relief. Again, please go to the description in this podcast episode, whatever app that you're listening on, and you'll find all of the links there. I really, really encourage you to support these small business owners. I can't stress it enough. Seeing some of these videos are heartbreaking. There was a video I saw that one of my group members shared on her personal feed, and it was a small business owner. I think it was in North Carolina. He had opened 32 days prior to this. Now, I don't know where these funds are going to go in terms of what store owners are going to get support from Hard on Main Street, but watching his video reminded me that this could happen to any of us. It's Mother Nature. It could happen to anyone's store. He had opened 32 days prior to that. He said, we got business loans, personal loans. We put everything into this business, and the whole entire business was just decimated. Please, if you have the funds to buy a ticket to the email boot camp, or you want to grab a planner, or you want to donate directly, I really, really encourage you to do that if you can. I understand not everyone can, but I will truly appreciate it. And I will definitely follow up in a future podcast episode to let you know what we as a community donated to this donation drive.